Greetings, everyone. This is me again, Zahra, ex-Muslim, ex-Shia for human welfare and humanity. Come to help the Muslims see for themselves and decide. Please be civilized, honest, and stick to the topic, please. Thank you so much. And I'm just going to test the sound if it's coming much. Yes. So, but it's let me just check if the booster. I thought I've put the sound booster on. I'm going to mute myself for a while and also pause this live stream. Sorry to keep you waiting. It'll just take a few minutes, a few moments. Thank you. Okay, again, sorry to keep you waiting. Yes, the booster, sound booster was off. Let me just check the sound again. Yeah, it's better, slightly better than before. Okay, where does it say that 4 witnesses are required in case of adultery for the male also in Islam? So here we have alhakim.org. It is a Quranic injunction that to establish the crime of adultery or fornication, 4 witnesses are required to testify the act. Where in the Quran? Let me see how it says. What does Allah say here? Starting from Surah Nur ayat. It's in Surah Nur ayat. So, oh, this is not important. It says here, the unmarried woman or unmarried man found guilty of sexual intercourse, meaning fornication, lash each one of them with 100 lashes, and do not be taken by pity for them in the religion of Allah. If you should believe in Allah and the last day, and let a group of the believers witness their punishment. Terrible though. Anyhow. And then the fornicator does not marry except a fornicator or polytheist, and none marries her except a fornicator or a polytheist. And that, i.e., marriage to such persons, has been made unlawful to the believers. And those who accuse chaste women then do not produce 4 witnesses. Okay, here now, those who accuse chaste women of fornication or adultery, or fornication, I think this is, and then do not produce 4 witnesses, lash them with 80 lashes, and do not accept from them testimony ever after. And those are the defiantly disobedient. So, chaste women, okay, how are they proven chaste? If the one who accuses them of not being chaste do not produce 4 witnesses. In this case only, right? It's in this case only for the one who accuses them, the women. How can it be that if a woman is raped by a man, and this should be applied for rape? This can never be applied for rape. And for adultery, even, this part of the ayat cannot be applied. See, except for those who repent thereafter and reform. For indeed, Allah is forgiving and merciful. And then we go for Allah goes to the adultery. The women accused of adultery and have no witnesses. And those who accuse their wives, the husbands who accuse their wives, now this is very specific, so you cannot apply it to every case. See, so the fornication one is here, and it's very specific about fornication. Zina of adultery. Adultery, it does not even, this part doesn't even apply to the zina. So when my Christian friend told me, I was like, no, it, how can it be? Because I know this ayat long time ago, right? I've read it as a Shia. And this was like before year 2000, somewhere in 1990s, that, how can, if there's fornication, like if there's adultery, zina, how can there be four witnesses watching? Like even in adultery, the woman, a Muslim woman, is not going to do adultery in front of four people, four male, four male adults, right? So I was like, no, no, it's, and I was right. It's not true. It is not a requirement for adultery. Only the requirement is for this specific reason that chaste women, right, when they are known by their fathers and all this, and you have to see the whole background because Allah is saying chaste women also. So I thought, you have to do a lot of asking first, research and all this. Ask the family members. When chaste women, Allah doesn't say when a woman is accused, a chaste woman. When a father is saying, my daughter is chaste, her mother is saying her, maybe she has siblings, friends, female friends who are saying she's chaste. Maybe that also would be applied to ask. Produce not four witnesses to support their allegation. Flog them with 80 stripes, right? So this should only apply to this case. Not even to adultery, because for adulterous, if accusations of adultery by a husband, right, and those who accuse their wives and have no witnesses except themselves, so see what Allah says according to, for adultery, zina, so it should be applied to specific cases here also. Then the witness of one of them shall be four testimonies, not four witnesses, swearing by Allah that indeed he is of the truthful. He has to take oaths on Allah 4 times, swearing that he is the truthful, that he found his wife in the act of adultery. Only her husband is required here. 4 witnesses again are not required here. And the 5th oath, that the curse of Allah be upon him if he should be of the liars. Then Allah says, if I'm not mistaken and remember properly, for the wife also, but it will prevent punishment from her if she gives 4 testimonies. She has to, on oath, give 4 testimonies, meaning swear by Allah 4 times that indeed he is of the liars. And if she, so, and the 5th oath, that the wrath of Allah be upon her if she was of the truthful. If he was of the truthful, sorry. If he was of the truthful and she was a liar. And that's it, leave it alone. And if not for the favor of Allah upon you and his mercy, and because Allah is accepting of repentance and wise. What? The punishment. See, there's this thing even missing here in this ayat where Sahih International puts a dot, dot, dot. What is missing? The phrase omitted by Allah here is estimated to be. You see, they have to guess it. You would have surely been punished, destroyed, or scandalized. There's no 4 witnesses required for an adulteress. if some man goes and says that I slept with her, right? But Allah doesn't mention that. So it's the husband, it's about the husband. Allah only mentions the husband. About another man saying, I slept with your wife, let's say he goes to her husband. That's Allah doesn't mention that. It's not a Quranic injunction that 4 witnesses are required for adultery when the husband accuses his wife of adultery. Please look at it. And they've put for this adultery and rape, 4 witnesses are required. Now, what I did, and also another thing, in when I came from London doing my law LLB honors degree, and I wasn't well, but I used to go to Karachi Club, and I checked out books from the library. Um, you see, and why do we require 4 witnesses for rape in Pakistan? So I tried to look at that, and I checked out many books. Some of the books I think were from Asma Jahangir, and I've known her. I've heard of her at that time also in Karachi. So I checked out one of her books. So where is it? Okay, I haven't opened it, but so Asma Jahangir books. And then that night, okay, so I couldn't read. I was very passionate. I'm going to read all these books. I just come from London, but just recently, Bibi Fatima Zahra's disciple had telepathically communicated things to me and all that sort, like that, right? So all these, some of the books, I don't, maybe the Hudud ordinances, a divine sanction, all this, especially on rape cases. So I had to check out her books also, since she was working, and she's been on this rape cases, Pakistani human rights activist, right? Then I thought about it. First of all, in Surah Nur ayats don't say that 4 witnesses are required in zina also. Because she just has to swear 4 times and go scot-free and say if my husband is lying, if my husband is truthful, the curse of Allah will be on me for lying. That's it. No punishment for zina when the husband accuses the wife. And these are specific things that God has given in the Quran. What is this general for fornication, for rape, 4 witnesses are required? No. Even for zina, when the husband accuses the wife, 4 witnesses are not required. So, what you go searching in the hadiths of Prophet Muhammad? I wouldn't. So, the Quran was enough here for me, right? And then that night when I contemplated, I remembered Surah Yusuf ayats. And so, Surah Yusuf ayat also, here 4 witnesses are not required. There's a assault here. Surah 12 ayat, I think, let's start with 26. So what has Pakistan done? Has been doing? Joseph said it was she who sought to seduce me. I hope this has not been abrogated in Sunni Islam. And a witness from her family testified. So they brought a family member he wasn't even present here. Her husband opened the door, or what, what they say. But I was told this was a wise man or someone. No, her family member, household, saw this and bore witness. And one of her household saw this and bore witness. But how did he bear witness? He had to give a reason, right? Evidence. that if it be that his shirt is rent from the front, then is her tale true, and he is a liar. So I started to, post on Facebook, and Facebook, I had just joined, and there recently, on the sidelines, there weren't many people, and they were telling me to leave Facebook also because, you can't trust who is there and if the profile is authentic or not. But yet I was posting there on the sidelines that this should be used for rape in Islam, not for witnesses. Okay, what happened is now recently on X platform, Jassim, I'm following Jassim Al Junaid, yeah? I found him from Goldie Ghamari's live stream on Sudan, and then he's defended United Arab Emirates on that. And then what happened is he had posted something recently, and another Emirati had posted. And I follow him also, an Emirati. His name is Ahmad Sharif. And what he has said earlier on in the day, sorry I couldn't come, is that he can't believe what he's saying here. Uh, I'm going from my other device, I'm going to X platform. I'm going to find Ahmad Sharif and what he has recently posted. So, what's happened in Pakistan is unbelievable about this rape case. Where's Ahmad Sharif? Okay, he writes, his name is in Arabic. Can I find it? At, here he is, at Ahmad Sharif. This is how I can find, because the at is in English, Ahmad Sharif is in English written, but otherwise his name it's in Arabic on X platform. So, okay, it's some hours back he's written, he can't believe what he, let me just find it. Sorry, it's taking some time. I can't believe I'm saying this. Okay, this is 19 hours ago. Let me just, so this is what I found to my also astonishment. I've been doing on this rape Islam and rape witnesses for witnesses. This is the verdict has just been passed. The punishment has just been given a day ago. So I can't believe I'm saying this, but Pakistan got it right this time. Daily Mail on X platform. Pakistanis who gang raped French tourist some 6 years ago in front of her 3 children after her car ran out of fuel will be executed. And it's not because they found 4 witnesses. So I shared this. Sorry I had to show it like this to you. Maybe it's not, let me see. Was it shown? Excuse me. No, I don't think the camera. Oh, it wasn't shown. So, okay. I can't see it here. Maybe it was shown. I'm missing it. Where's it? It's not showing on the screen. Okay, you can check. Oh, yeah, it is, but it's up. Oh, it's upside down. Sorry. Yeah, it was shown. Oh, no. Okay, I'm really tired now, and I just want to come for. I just want to show this quickly. So I'm not going to correct myself, right? The camera was upside down or sideways. So daily, okay, let's find out. This happened so that's why I found out earlier on through this post of at Ahmad Sharif. Oh, and Ahmad Sharif. Oh, Ahmad Sharif. How do I go? Oh, here. Political analyst from the UAE, passionate about youth and cultural affairs. Okay, this is M, a political analyst from the UAE. Sorry if I forget, yeah, because my mind, I can't remember numbers and what sometimes names and political analysts from the UAE. This is how my mind is. And I don't know how I've done this, but I did it. So, political analyst from the UAE, Ahmad Sharif, at Ahmad Sharif on X platform. Now, what's happened? It's like, what? So, even I can't believe this. So, recently, just from last night, I started, yesterday, many a times, like one after another, on this four witnesses, male witnesses are required or not. On rape cases, when adultery, they should not be. It's not necessary. Maybe in contracts, God knows where. Females are equal. Two females are equal to one male. But not in this case, Surya Noor Ayat. So I couldn't agree to my Christian friend on this. And then later on, finding out, yeah, in Pakistan, this is the case. They require four male witnesses for adultery also. But the Quran ayat doesn't say that. It's very specific, and then it's only that the woman has to swear four times, and her fifth oath, swearing by Allah, would be if he is truthful, then, and you don't have to lash her and give her a punishment, also, right? So it's just leave it to that, no punishment for adultery in Islam. How many of you know this? So this is what I worked out, right? And I had worked it out when I read this surah. So I don't see how four witnesses are required in adultery, zina case. But let's say now God, let's say if the four witnesses, so this for fornication, if he produces four witnesses on fornication, not adultery, why have you Pakistani religious scholars mixed it up? Please let the person adulterer go, and if fornication, where is it? Oh my God. What great, you're going against Allah. And the fifth, wait, back to fornication. A chaste woman, let's say a friend say that, nothing of this is sort, or if she goes to any school, or they also say the same thing. So you see, a chaste woman. So sorry, I was very specific about this. I thought God was very specific, so I took it in this way for fornication. Ayatan. So those who accuse chaste women and then do not produce four witnesses. But let's say they produce four witnesses, of course, then lash the woman, right? Hmm. Then lashing happens. It's terrible. But if they don't produce four witnesses, and they will never find four witnesses anyways. But if they do, I mean, it's terrible though. Anyhow, this is only for fornication. It's not for adultery. Adultery is when the two are, when the woman who is married, not the two, but when the woman is married. Here, I think this is about fornication. And those who accuse chaste women, then not they bring four witnesses. Is it for zina? I thought zina, adultery, was this verse. So when the husband, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe in this case also it's adultery, but I'm not very sure. And those who accuse honorable women, married women, al-muhsanati, chaste. But I guess they have to look at go through, and even if 12 is Shia as whatever. So I thought Quran first was most important. And this, how much I understood of this Quran ayats, you see, as a Shia, like I have given it now, told you. So women, I didn't understand. I thought this was for women who are chaste, right? And their whole neighborhood, everyone says they're chaste, honorable women. Yeah, but there's and this is on fornication. Unmarried women are found guilty of sexual intercourse. This is on fornication, each of them with 100 lashes. But you see, God doesn't say your four witnesses are required. Okay. Then and for the married woman, when a husband accuses her, they're supposed to just swear on God 4 times. Fifth oath should be of the woman that if he is lying, right? Allah 4 times, then the man was lying. Swearing by Allah 4 times that the man was lying. And the fifth oath would be that the curse of Allah would be on her if she is lying and if he's truthful, and that's it. And then, yes, about the believers without, oh, Aisha's case. Yeah, here. Yeah, okay. Sorry, uh, why did they not produce for it four witnesses? But actually, yeah, the ones who were going about saying that she has committed adultery, right? And yeah, for here it's the Aisha case, right? Hazrat Aisha case. And when they do not produce the witnesses, then it is they in the sight of Allah who are the liars. And so now they should be punished, right? But they weren't punished. So you see, they weren't even punished here. But it's true. Four witnesses are required for adultery. Those who slander chaste women, the four witnesses are required for if you, yeah, for an adult, for adultery. But actually, doesn't it contradict? Like Prophet Muhammad should have asked Aisha to swear, right? That accusing her of adultery, it should have been Prophet Muhammad to accuse Aisha, his wife, for adultery, not the believers. And so I thought it was just take an oath 4 times, and the fifth oath of the wife would be, if I am the liar, then, Allah's curse will be on me, right? Oh, or this, where is it again? Her fifth oath should be that if she solemnly invokes the wrath of Allah on herself now, if her accuser is telling the truth. That's it. And just leave it. No lashing or anything. I thought. So there's some, uh, excuse me. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Okay, this loud cough. I apologize. I still have the cough. It might go on for a month. I don't know. I apologize for the loud. And so this kind of weird, right? See, there's some hanky panky here. And thus, you Muslims are confused or what, and even I have been confused, but you can't be sure, right? So please, at least don't apply the for the rape case and don't apply for with lashes. I mean, the punishment for adultery when the husband accuses the wife, he doesn't even have to produce four witnesses, right? But then here, later on, the believers, when they accused a chaste woman, that was Aisha, if you read in, yeah, then we have to bring the, in context, read this, right? So what happened at that time? Four witnesses, God then says four witnesses. So I think God has made a mistake here. God should have said, let her husband and her, let let them take an oath, right? Can her husband accuse her? Prophet Muhammad was not the one who accused her. He was waiting for God's revelations to come that she is chaste. Oh my God. Since the believers are asked to produce four witnesses against Aisha, what they've said, centering against the adultery case against Aisha. It's weird. So for now, at least, right? Let's leave it to this confusion. It's really confusing. It's weird. I haven't worked it out completely properly, and I'm not going to go to the details of the hadiths and the in context anymore. I've had enough. So you see a little bit here. There's this confusion. Even the Quran ayats, they're not clear. But I thought reading what age, teenager or in my 20s, that I mean, even in my 20s, like if the husband, so shouldn't Prophet Muhammad have accused? The husband didn't accuse. Yeah, so I thought, okay, in adultery, if the husband accuses the wife of adultery, then they just take an oath, and that's it. Disperse from court or whatever, like Sharia court or judges. Okay, however it is. And then why has Allah sent the revelations until so that Prophet Muhammad and everyone would believe that she is chaste. She didn't do adultery. I don't understand. So weird. Okay. Now for rape, this should not be abrogated, right? Now the for the Sunnis, the Sajda, Surah Yusuf, Ayat 100 is abrogated. For the Shias, it's not. It has a different meaning there. And the Sajda, the angels did to Adam, commanded by Allah, has a different meaning, and the sajda to Allah has a different meaning for the Shias. For the Sunnis, I think it would be abrogated. But should this be abrogated? Okay, no. So for any sexual assault, rape, this should be applied. A man for witness. Wait a minute, let me see. Maybe I can correct myself. He said, she sought to seduce me about myself and testified a witness of her family. So a witness came forth from her family if, and says, if is his shirt, if his shirt is torn from the front, then she has spoken the truth. A witness came, but he didn't see the act. Or did he see the act? Like we're told here, the husband was at the door, and that's why they stopped. Whether it was, but it doesn't say here it was her husband now. It just says a witness from the family. Oh my God. So some of these Quran ayats, are very confusing. However, I think in rape cases, please, Pakistan. So Pakistan, don't, I mean, take this one, not the one that is established by the Sharia. Even if it is in 12 Shias, please stop it. So we have this case of a French lady raped Pakistan. Finally executed. Pakistan court confirms death penalty for men. Dr. Asif Mahmood on next platform. So where's the? Let's go to search it out like this. Daily Mail. Pakistanis who gang raped French tourist. Here it is. By Sabrina Penty, Foreign News reporter. This is 3rd June 2026. Oh my God. So finally, Pakistanis who gang raped French tourist in front of her 3 children after her car ran out of fuel will be executed. Court rules. 2 Pakistani men who gang raped a French tourist in front of her 3 children 6 years ago will be sentenced to death. A court has ruled finally. 6 years ago, after 6 years. Oh my God. This is great news. I mean, I was just doing the rape, I brought the rape thing again and all. Ah, Abid Malhi and Shafqat Ali were convicted of gang rape, kidnapping, robbery, and terrorism offenses back in March 2021 over the attack on the Sialkot, Lahore motorway and were handed the death penalty. For this also, rape. Both appealed their conviction, with the defense arguing that there were gaps in the prosecution's versions of events and that the judge's decision was unjust. But on Wednesday, 2 judges dismissed the appeal after the prosecution argued that there was overwhelming evidence against the 2 men, according to the English language Pakistani news outlet Dawn. Malhi and Ali unleashed the attack on September 9, 2020, after the woman and her 3 children became stranded on the motorway leading out of Lahore after running out of fuel. She had locked the car doors while she waited for help, but the attackers broke a window and dragged her outside, where they raped her at gunpoint in front of her terrified children. The men also stole money, jewelry, and bank cards before fleeing. Police said the woman was left traumatized, but she was able to provide them with some basic descriptions of her attackers. Thank God. So we're not told whether 4 witnesses were required or not, but thank God death penalty. And even an Emirati is like, he says, I can't believe I'm saying this. Pakistan has got it right this time about this gang rape case, executing death penalty for these two. So this finally, 6 years after. And you see the Emirati with such a responsible human being, what's happened in Pakistan, he found out before even I could. My mother's was Pakistani. I have been brought up. I didn't find out. And so for the world, humanity, for humanity. Really proud of this Emirati Sharif, Ahmad Sharif. I mean, this means so much to me. Even I cannot say this. What? So, okay, I've just shown you that, the Surah Noor ayats are so confusing. They're like the adultery part where the husband accuses. So, whether to take it in context or in this very narrow, and then but there's some contradiction here when the believers accused Aisha, their al Mu'mineen, of adultery. God says, why did you not provide for witnesses? Good God. I mean, there he says if the husband accuses the wife of adultery, they're just supposed to take like oaths, 4 times, and her fifth oath would be, and even the husband is supposed to do that. And so I didn't think that 4 witnesses are required for this kind of adultery or adultery. Give even a punishment for it. You get it? For an adulterer to be punished, adulteress to be punished. Great slander. Allah warns you against returning to the likes of this. So why didn't Allah punish the believers? Like in the other Muhsinat, anyone who accuses a chaste woman and does not produce 4 witnesses will be given 80 lashes, right? So all these should be given 80 lashes. Okay, maybe somewhere I'm also making mistakes, but it's kind of obscure. It's kind of confusing. So if I, as a Shia, could understand my Quran uh, at the age of 20 or even less or more, then what's the use of this? I'm not going to ask a alim. I mean, I can see God being quite obscure. And he's even left out some things here, which Sahih International has detected. 10th ayat. And if not for the favor of Allah upon you and His mercy, dot, dot, dot. Oh, no, no, this can't be the true Allah, right? So let's leave it to this confusion, hazy. Are 4 adult male witnesses necessary for adultery and rape in Islam? Definitely not rape in Islam. Surah Yusuf, ayat 26, 27. But for adultery, it's kind of shady. It's kind of hazy, not very clear. There's, if the husband accuses the wife of adultery, then they only have to bear witness. No, bear. Just bear witness 4 times. She bears witness 4 times. What is this? So not only the rape thing is totally out of proportion. You have not understood Pakistan. Please come to your this thing. But this, because of this whole nonsense going on. Even in Shia Islam, with I don't want to read right now, right? So any Shia Islam on this adultery, 4 witnesses. But do you see this mumble jumble thing in Surah Nur that I showed you? Bas, I thought finish. Like here, husband accuses wife. And Allah doesn't say can't produce 4 witnesses, but just that she's supposed to bear testimony 4 times, and the 5th oath would be oath on oath, right? May Allah, by Allah, that her husband is telling a lie, and that's it, disperse, finish. No punishment. They go home. Like no punishment. This is what I believed in this part. And then we have other parts here. Oh, 4 witnesses are required. Believers are told. So you've tried to work it out, but sorry, I think the confusion here is enough for me to say that the Quran is not sufficient. It's not a clear book with evidence, right? Because you see, the first ayat here says it's a clear, gives detailed account, clear evidence, it gives clear evidences. Okay, now I'm going to read the first ayat. This is a surah which we have revealed and which we have made obligatory. Every surah is obligatory for us to read, but I don't know why this was so obligatory. Allah doesn't say so obligatory. So now I think twice, right? We have made obligatory for what? The whole Quran is made obligatory for us to read. Anyways, we have revealed in it clear instructions. No, you haven't. So God failed here. Now, if you're going to tell me for sure we know reading the hadiths and all that examples where Prophet Muhammad has given a verdict on an adulteress, then this surah, what Allah claims here is contrary. to what Allah has claimed here. You see, we have revealed in it clear instructions. Why are you going to the hadiths? For clear instructions, so that you may take heed. Sahih Internationals, this is a surah which we have sent down and made obligatory. For what? All surahs are made obligatory and reveal therein verses of clear evidence. Oh, another problem with this is I got the shock of my life. Surah Nur ayat 33. Prostitution is allowed in Islam if consent is there of these fatayatakum. And but before that, Allah says, I've forgiven you. What? How can Allah say He's forgiven these prostitutes? Huh? You can, okay, see, when you explain to me Muslims, see to it that you stick to the ayat, not explaining out of your head what Allah may mean. No, no. You see, that you may seek temporary gain of the life of the world, and whoever compels them, then indeed Allah, after their compulsion, is of forgiving, most merciful. To whom? Okay, merciful, yes, to the prostitutes who are compelled, but of forgiving? Why should He forgive the prostitutes when you are compelled? That's not your crime. You haven't sinned. You are compelled. You are under duress. You don't have free will here. Your will is arrested. But I found more that, oh, and do not compel your slave girls to prostitution if they desire chastity, right? Okay, you're going to say here, let in the beginning of the ayat, let them remain chaste and abstain from sexual relations until Allah enriches them from His bounty, right? So even what your right hands possess, these girls don't have free will. They have to remain chaste. It's not that if they desire chastity, like Allah's put it for them here, if they desire chastity. Also, please follow the ayat properly. If there's no error, mistake in the ayat, follow the ayat properly, right? Do not give from your head or what your imam has explained to you and to your religious scholars. And go to your religious scholars' exegesis on this. First read the ayat and see from the ayat what Allah is saying here. So why if Allah has said remain chaste, and then Allah says if they desire chastity here. Oh, I know myself as Shias. Oh, Zara, Allah said remain chaste. Oh, I'm startled. But see, then why would Allah say if they desire chastity? So there's a contradiction. When Allah has said remain chaste until Allah enriches you from His bounty, why would He then say about these fatayatakum if they desire chastity? Do not compel the slave girls to prostitution if they desire chastity. This reading say international translation. And then that's why slave girls. Someone, an Indian had come here. He was KL. Who was he? Told me that these are just girls, not slave girls. Yeah, but they are from what your right hands possess. Ooh, right? So this ayat is on what your right hands possess. So that's why they put, I think, I'm not sure. What can we be sure of? Oh, at least this I am sure of, that prostitution of these girls, fatiyatukum, is allowed if they desire it. Compelled prostitution of fatiyatukum here is not allowed. It's forbidden in Islam. Okay? So this also I found very shocking, what I found here, the ayat to be seen. What Allah is saying in this ayat. And how He's put it. So that's why prostitution of these fatiyatukum, of what your right hands possess, is allowed if they desire it. Compelled prostitution is forbidden in Islam. 6 years ago, thank God, finally, God bless so much also. Now Pakistan, the judges, lawyers, and the Emirati who brought this news to me. I mean, sorry, who posted this news on X platform, and I found it. Finally, Pakistan got it right. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. So maybe it's going to take more than one day for me to believe what's happened. And so all that, I mean, I don't, you know how much Asma Jahangir, how much work she's done? The Hudud Ordinance, she's written a whole book on this, a research study of the Hudud Ordinances and the effect on the disadvantaged sections of Pakistan's society. Oh my God. And this also, the work she's done, trying to convince these Pakistani, she was trying. Oh my God, where's it? Where's it? Where's Yasmin Hassan here? Equality now, a just world for all women and girls. How many years Asma Jahangir has worked in trying to say that in rape cases, 4 witnesses, trying to convince these religious scholars, the Sharia court of Pakistan, not to apply it for rape cases. So then these women, poor women, would be punished if they come to court without 4 witnesses saying, or go to the police station, report rape. They will be punished if they don't produce 4 witnesses, male adult witnesses. Yasmin Hassan, Global Executive Director, celebrates Asma Jahangir, 1952 to 2018. She passed away. Asma Jahangir passed away, unfortunately, in 2018 as part of, okay, so now as part of Equality Now's 30 for 30, featuring 30 women and change makers who have played a key role in making equality reality as part of our 30th anniversary celebrations. I am immensely fortunate to call Asma Jahangir the most influential person in Pakistan human rights, my mentor and my guide. Asma was fearless and outspoken, and throughout her monumental career, she took on government and religious leaders, even I think in this rape cases. These don't apply for witnesses for rape cases in Pakistan or elsewhere in the Islamic countries or Muslim countries, and took risks that most would not. I recall one interview where she said, everything is a risk in Pakistan. Everything. If you defend women, it's a risk. If you defend non Muslims, it's a risk. If you discuss religion, it's a risk. But you can't really sit there. I have a feeling that Asma Jahangir is here. And salutations. I mean, I can't even lift my head up. I'm so overwhelmed. Her gigantic work. Sorry, a moment of just silence. I just feel she's here and I cannot lift my head up. But you can't really sit there like a vegetable in your own society. And I'm committed to that society. What a lady, I mean. And I feel I need to turn around and speak as I should. And the 17 years old Yasmin Hassan, who started working with Asma Jahangir, salutations to her till unending. When I was still in high school, my goodness. This was 7 years after the introduction of the Zina ordinance in Pakistan. What is this Zina ordinance in Pakistan? It conflates rape with adultery. So they need four witnesses, adult male, four witnesses for rape. And I'm not even sure if it's a requirement for adultery. The Quran is kind of shady, like I showed you. Surah Nur ayats. And God has made mistakes. Women who, so this, you see, he's used Surah Yusuf. So that night, bringing Asma Jahangir, checking them out from the Karachi Club library, all these books, so enthusiastic. I'm going to read them and do the case on family and this Zina ordinance. At night, I said, no, I believe so much in my religion. I'm sure my religion doesn't have this conflating rape with adultery, requiring four witnesses. Remembered Surah Yusuf. Oh, went on Facebook. I didn't have to read all those books. I gave it back. Went back to Karachi Club. But at that time, there were very few people we could even trust on Facebook, like they're, if the well known like leaders and now groups have come on Facebook. So I was doing it on the sideline and hoping that someone would see for Pakistan. Please don't use the adultery for rape, witnesses for witnesses. Surah Yusuf ayat. In order. Well put, so succinctly, who as Yasmin Hassan, Global Executive Director. So finally, yesterday, sorry, excuse me, 3rd June, the courts in Pakistan decided. Sorry, excuse me. Oh my goodness. This is such a case here. Congratulations to Asma Jahangir and Yasmin Hassan. So I was not able to talk. I couldn't come earlier. And now let me see, I get stuck. It's too overwhelming, which conflated rape with adultery. Women who were previously scarce in the prison system were being incarcerated under adultery charges after surviving a sexual assault. Asma brought me to work in Multan Women's Prison, taking the testimony of women prisoners so we could effectively represent them. Such hard work. I mean, to convince these religious scholars and the Sharia court against this zina ordinance. My goodness. What did they say? A mammoth. Oh God, I can't pronounce that word. Gigantic work, right? To convince the courts against this zina ordinance in Pakistan, which conflated rape with adultery. She sent, okay, skipping that all that I've read. She sent me to so-called shelters where women were imprisoned after leaving their homes due to abuse to help see how we might secure their release. This also she did. So much work, oh my God. The result was Asma opening her own shelter, Dastak. Dastak is the knock. Knock, knock. So, Surah Tariq, you know the Tariq, the star? It's also a knocker, right? Called, I don't know. To house these women. Oh my goodness. And to persuade the court to release them under guardianship. Oh wow. Asma took me to court with her. I mean, words are not enough. I don't know how to say wow, salute her, unending, what to say. Whatever. Oh. Asma took me to court with her to witness firsthand the misogynistic attitudes of lawyers and judges, showing me the immense work to do, immense, gigantic, and strengthening my resolve to do it. Oh my goodness, also giving her the strength. One of my fondest memories of Asma to this day happened during a visit she made to deliver an address on campus while I was a student at Harvard Law School. She could have spent her time in receptions or caught up with me over dinner at one of Cambridge's lovely restaurants. Instead that evening, Asma coaxed me out to to a local pub in Cambridge to take out her frustrations with the patriarchy on the dartboard. So, next to her commitment, ferocity, and genius, Asma was also immensely fun. Wow, amazing. Oh my God. Asma once said duplicity in matters of religion is not confined to Pakistan, but it hurts the most in societies where debate on religion is asphyxiated. I can physically know about this I've experienced asphyxiation. And preachers of hate have become keepers of the faith. You took this sentiment with her uh, as an advocate for women on the international stage, where she was incredibly strategic in using the law to help advocate for Pakistani women and girls. As the United Nations Special Rapporteur on extrajudicial punishments, Asma started reporting on case after case of so called honor killings, where male family members were killing women in the name of honor, and governments were not protecting the women. This also, she covered so much. We need people like her, humans like her, protecting the women or prosecuting the murderers. We're not. Asma established these crimes as extrajudicial killings, ultimately leading the UN Secretary General to commission the first global study on violence against women in 2005, setting the stage for global advocacy on this issue. Asma inspired me to follow in her footsteps, not just to dream of a more just world, but to make it happen every day. Her passing in 2018 left a huge void in Pakistan and my life. I'm so sorry. Really sad. I have no words. My deepest, heartfelt condolences to you, Yasmin Hassan. To mark our 30th anniversary, we're celebrating 30 women and change makers who have helped to shape our work to make equality reality. Learn more about these 30 women and change makers as told by the members of our staff and board, including Gloria Steenman's, Steenham's, tribute to Wilma Mankiller. Oh, I can watch this on YouTube later on. I'll do it. I hope I remember to. Just today, earlier on, I found this an Emirati brother posted about this case that the two gang rapists have been given death penalty. So I just thinking of this and thinking of the women who worked for this. Oh my God, how did she survive? They could have killed her. I don't know. She's lucky. I mean, they killed. Look. Oh, and another Sabine, Sabine Mahmood. How did Asma survive in Pakistan? It's a miracle. Sabine Mahmood's case. progressive Pakistani Sunniya. Goodness, what is this? Mahmood was educated at Karachi Grammar School and later at Kennard College. Lahore? Ahmedabad, no, Lahore. Sabeen Mahmood was a progressive Pakistani Sunni human rights activist and social worker who founded the Karachi based cafe, the second floor. I mean, how could they do this to her? So I, I just can't get over this. Whenever um, office, no, this. Oh, there's so much. Oh, disease. Okay, I feel kind of sick again. So I thought it was some water. What do you call that? Like my mind is just not working. Oh, and the Pakistan experience also. What is this? Maybe my neighbors, like in Pakistan experience, the Pakistan experience channel. There's some water leaking. It's that months ago podcast. Right. So with that lady, police officer, Pakistani, on sexual assaults in Pakistan. I can't find it here. Music, talent, creative. Valentine's Day. No, I can't find it here. Let me just. What has just happened is incredible in Pakistan in this court, High Court. Oh, about this French tourist lady's case, gang rape. So, oh, I finally found it, but I can't find that song. Maybe I'm mixing it up. Another one, but this one, Jim Diamonds, I should have known better. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Found it. Finally, it was very tough to find this song. There's another one, Broken Hearts, Broken Dreams. I can't find that. Will I ever see you again? I don't know. Maybe I'm mixing two songs up. I just cannot find that song. So basic necessities. This is like when I was in Karachi, I found this. People, Pakistani people were not getting the basic necessities. Pakistani leader Fawzia Ejaz Khan stood up and spoke about it. Oh, where is it? Where is it? The Pakistan experience? Oh, I can't find it. Have I missed it? So, no, no. Okay. The I'll search it out like this: sexual assaults. Here it is. Sexual abuse and violence against women and children. Thank you, the Pakistan experience, for this. Dr. Sumaya Sayyid Tariq. Violence, sexual abuse and violence and police reform. Thanks to Dr. Sumaya Sayyid Tariq also. Lala, the stigma of child abuse in Pakistan. Thank you. Akram Khan shares his personal journey. Thank you for sharing your personal journey, Mr. Akram Khan, brother. Oh, this is really needed. If we don't come out, like, be brave. Thank you for being so brave. The stigma, yet, Akram Khan. Oh my goodness. It's amazing, amazing. Lives. Yeah, but saving lives, right? So I wish I could do more than this for Pakistan, for the oppressed, and the world around. So really, those who, well, please share sparingly. Maybe someone, this live live stream could save a life. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Beautiful weather with 1989, maybe November, December. No, it wasn't. I didn't have a sweater on. Maybe October, November. Moon glistening on the ocean's water. Where is mummy? So from something is created nothingness. Out of nothing can something be created? So what was this for? Forgotten. Something creates and brings into being that was nothing. See this. Shia Imam destroyed contradiction of Surah 2 ayat 1 to 4 against Surah 28 ayat 40 and 41 Quran. Oh my God. Have you has this registered Shias? So we took him and his soldiers and threw them into the sea. See how was the end of the wrongdoers. Surah 28 ayat 41. And we made them imams, inviting to the fire. Allah says. Oh, I think this is enough. Shia tafsir, and then we have the Sunni correction for the Sunnis also. So Sunni tafsir has to say about this. So this for my mommy who's going to be 94 years old. I'm sorry, I'm getting, I lose my correcting Sunni Muslim tafsir. Oh, you know how terrible it is when I found out when it was coming close to that I am reincarnated. In our Islam, we were told not to ever hurt feelings, anyone's feelings. And justice is done, and injustice, like God hates injustice, right? So, my feelings like reincarnation, and forget the psychologists not believing, dismissing reincarnation. So, if you have a problem in your previous life and then you come back like Brian, so Dr. Brian Weiss, look what he did. Like he put his whole career life at stake, right? No, not life, career, sorry, and reputation. So, Dr. Brian Weiss, this is abroad, like I'm shocked. In America? Oh, past life regression. And he saved a life like this. According to Weiss, in 1980, one of his patients, Catherine, began discussing past life experiences under hypnosis. Weiss did not believe in reincarnation at the time, but after confirming elements of Catherine's stories through public records, came to be convinced of the survival of an element of the human personality after death, not a soul. Like, okay, so we can say that if the soul, there's no evidence of the soul transmigrating, but there's an element of the survival of human personality after death. Dr. Weiss was astonished and skeptical when Catherine began recalling past life traumas. So she had to deal with the past life traumas in this life, I think. That's why she ended up going to Dr. Weiss. So that seemed to hold the key to her recurring nightmares and anxiety attacks in this life of hers. His skepticism was eroded. However, when she began to channel messages from her spirit, I wish I had a spirit guide or master, but I don't have one, who made remarkable revelations about Dr. Weese's family and his son, his dead son. Oh, and Weese claims he has regressed more than 4,000 patients since 1980. So, uh, I was a Shia, you see, but I did meet in Karachi someone. So the therapy wasn't working. Weese advocates hypnotic regression as therapy, claiming that many phobias and ailments are rooted in past life experiences. Who screamed? Who was that lady who screamed? in my, so it was a long story again. I don't want to repeat it. The professor Moaz refused to hypnotize me. And I was like, no, no, you have to. It's like death or life. Live or die. Whose acknowledgement by the patient can have a curative effect. Rees also writes about messages received from masters or super evolved non physical souls. So I tried to hypnotize myself. I didn't see anything, but I heard a female screaming, just screaming. Like, so I don't know how it was. I can't imitate that scream. I took myself, it wasn't working like this. I had all the dates of my teacher's family who had died before I was born. Right? But so one day I told myself, okay, you just before you died, what happened? So if I'm the principal's mother, she was married. She had a gar damat, meaning her husband was living in her house, and she was going to college. And then she told me her mother was in the hospital, and she was just married, so she was going to her mother. But I wonder if she like spent a night with her mother, because she was just married, right? So when did her mother die? And was she there holding her mother's hand? Maybe even the arm wrestling. Oh, my hand went numb. I have to go back also to my past life. And my principal is the only one who would tell me that she felt like screaming or something. She feels or she feels like screaming, and so the ice cream symbolic in college. So I think it was the principal who screamed. I don't even have a spirit guide, master. Where's my spirit guide or master? So this lady was really lucky. Her spirit guide and master helped her. And that's when, Dr. Wees, I have to do this. And he's even written a book. That's how I know about him. Because I bought his book in Karachi, I think. Or was it London? No, no. Before I went to London, Many Masters, Many Lives. And I think I believed in love, but Dr. Rees. Oh, yes. So please don't dismiss yet my religion. Like then it's that oh, the soul is inclined to evil, and maybe Satan has told us, like he's deceived us, our souls, same soul, many bodies, and we can't even trust the soul in this religion. Islam. What a great injustice! So I saw injustice upon injustice, right? On this also. My religion, Shia Islam, not good. Injustice upon injustice. Samiri inclined, his soul inclined to it. That's why Yusuf, in Surah, Yusuf says, what does he say? My soul is inclined to evil. No, this, sorry, maybe you can't hear this because I've got the mic. Someone's shouting. Male, love, peace. The doctor and Master Shah. Let's see if this stops this fight. So I really love peace. I love my heart and soul. Sorry, a man is shouting. Stop. Peace, love, peace, and harmony. Thank you, Doctor and Master Shah. So, this sometimes really works. It sometimes works. Bring peace. The Indian, some lady screaming. Oh God! Stopped. Okay, it worked. Thank you, Doctor and Master Shah, for this song. Love, peace, and oh, so this so love, peace, and harmony. I wish you all love, peace, and harmony. Thank you much, Doctor and Master Shah, for this. I also wished on my birthday after graduating from college, birthday small gathering of friends in my house, the cake, and I wished for love, peace, and harmony. What a coincidence. That was many years back in Karachi. Oh, sorry, it sounded like a blast, but maybe some work is going on outside. And since this missile and oh, and in something, this is Kuwait airport has been attacked. I'm sorry, I can't talk about this. I'm just going to show you here. Iran. This is terrible. The 60 people or so have been injured. One has been killed. What's this? I didn't see, sorry, CNN dash News 18. Iran strike or US Patriot misfire. Kuwait airport in ruin. I don't understand this. I really. Oh my God. So I'm not good. How do we? Oh my goodness. Life. Oh my God. So, life is unpredictable and fragile. God knows what'll happen. So we live as we believe. And I believed in love and the twin souls are what. So you meet someone once a lifetime, past life, and love. So I have written a long time ago, in my teenage years maybe, it's the heart that works. So it's okay if you're a mind person, but no, it's my heart. I won't criticize you as long as you don't. I mean, no, you can criticize me, but I won't criticize you. Mind people. And but this really, I had to question all this in my religion, and now you know why. Say, I stand on clear evidence from my Lord, and you have rejected him. I do not possess what you seek me to hasten. The decision belongs solely to God. So they were ready to get the punishment from God. Like he states the truth, and yes, he states the truth. When I am shy to state the truth and thus withhold it from my guests, Allah is not shy to state the truth. So before you Muslims get angry at me and try to punish me and God knows what do to me, please, I'm not doing this to make just for making a mockery, you know, so that even the, I can start like a thing mockery against Prophet Muhammad and so no. I did this to help the Muslims see for themselves what is at stake. I used to say, do you know what things are at stake? Our feelings, human rights, women's rights. Why can't we? We don't even know our soul, and the spirit's knowledge has been given but little. And yet it says here, he does not withhold knowledge. Right? It is in Surah Takwir, I think. He's not a withholder of knowledge. So I really did this for like, but see, I sometimes like there's this quote, if you take life as a tragedy, serious, it will be a tragedy. If you take life as a comedy, what? It will be a comedy. So a soul will then know what is. So neither does he withhold grudgingly a knowledge of the unseen. So what? So spirit's knowledge, which should have been given. What not is at stake, what not we have missed. Here, the ayah says, and he is not a withholder. No, he is not. But God, the Spirit is by the command of Allah, and knowledge of it has been given but little. Why? So that's a tragedy. And someone said, well, whose is this quote by? Life, tragedy, or comedy? There's no in between. Quote, you take life. I wonder if I can find it. No, I have to search for it now in this way. If you take life seriously, it's tragedy. Life is a comedy. Oh, okay. Jean, I don't know how to pronounce this. Jean, Racine, Racine. Life is a comedy to those who think, ah, a tragedy to those who feel. So, what did I say? Oh, my heart. It's the heart that works. So, my work will be full of tragedy because it's coming from the heart, the work. And those with the mind, it's a comedy. Comedy, emotions, feeling, life, thinking, tragedy. Who was he? I don't know. But goodness, rape and God knows what. Oh, and the cruelty. Life is a comedy to those who think. And Descartes has said, I think, therefore I am. Yeah, this is the one. Tragedy to those who feel. Okay, midnight. Excuse me. Check something here. What else is this tragedy? Or so, you know, when you look at the logic here, it's really something in this Quran. So where are you going? It is not except a reminder to the worlds, good counsel for everyone. A reminder for whoever wills among you to take a right course. You will not will it. You will not will except that Allah wills. So you could check my logic. I mean, but there's a lot at stake, a lot at stake in Islam. Do you see what's happened? I mean, what was happening in Pakistan and how these ladies, Even the ones, Asma Jahangir, and also war against rape in Pakistan. Oh, wow. War against rape. Zamzam. Yes, that's where we went. My Christian friend took me to a meeting. War against rape is a certified not for profit. It was founded in Karachi, 19, I had to skip some. 1989, became a registered organization. Where's my mommy? But so this, I hope I have, I hope I can, I hope I've helped you out in a sense. Trying still. So I think God made me for this. Okay, I better go. I think it's enough. Thank you for the likes. Please share sparingly. Maybe it'll help someone. Really incredible. This is unbelievable. The this French lady. Case. When can we stop all this? When will all this? One thing stops, another. Some good news comes, bad news comes. Kuwait airport attack. Like, when will this stop? This, like, Lahore High Court on Wednesday upheld. This is like after 6 years, just on 3rd June, 13 hours ago, 4 reactions. Facebook. The Times of India has also given. The Economic Times has also given. Pakistan court upholds death penalty for 2 men. BBC has given. No, sorry, this is another case. No, so am I without 4 witnesses? Male, adult. Pakistan court upholds death penalty for 2 men who raped French woman in front of her children. Elon Musk's two-word reaction is viral. Oh, this is also, yeah, I found Elon Musk's two-word, I think on X platform, Pakistan court. Pakistan Lahore High Court has upheld the death sentences for 2 men convicted in a brutal 2020 gang rape case. That was like 6 years ago. The horrific attack on a French Pakistani woman. Acha, French Pakistani woman and her children on a motorway sparked national outrage. Billionaire Elon Musk also praised the verdict and hailed Pakistan, saying that this is what should be done in the West. A strong reaction from billionaire and world's richest man, Elon Musk, has drawn global attention after a Pakistani court upheld the death sentence of two men convicted. Sorry, excuse me. Oh God, when will this cough go? I have to remember to have some herbal tea again. Oh, today. Sorry. So as Elon Musk has drawn global attention after a Pakistani court upheld the death sentences of two men convicted in a brutal gang rape case involving a French Pakistani woman. Musk reportedly praised the development, saying, "Bravo, Pakistan, and this is what we should be doing in the West," as the verdict made headlines worldwide. The case, which dates back to 2020, has remained one of Pakistan's most disturbing and widely discussed criminal trials, sparking debates on women's safety, justice, and legal enforcement. Elon Musk's reaction goes viral. Thank you, Elon Musk, so much. Salutations to you also. Thank you so much. Elon Musk's reaction quickly spread across social media after reports of the upheld verdict surfaced. The billionaire entrepreneur is said to have welcomed the decision and reacted with the phrase "Bravo, Pakistan," drawing widespread attention online. In a post on X, UK's independent MP Rupert Lowe posted a screenshot of a news that said a Pakistani court has given orders to execute Pakistani nationals accused of gang raping a French woman and captioned it, "Some good news to come out of Pakistan." Oh, and what a coincidence that yesterday I would just do on rape in Islam and talk about Pakistan and Asma Jahangir and all this. Some good news to come out of Pakistan. Replying to Low in the same post, Musk said, "Bravo, Pakistan. This is what we should be doing in the West." Court upholds death penalty in high profile case. This is amazing. Excuse me. So the Lahore High Court has upheld the death sentences awarded to two men convicted of gang raping a woman in front of her three children on a motorway in Punjab. Oh, sorry, excuse me. The court rejected appeals filed by the convicts and confirmed the earlier ruling of an anti terrorism court. According to court findings, the attackers broke into the stranded family's vehicle. Sorry, excuse me. After the woman's car ran out of fuel, dragged her out. Sorry, now my fuel is also like and committed. Oh, yeah, fleeing with valuables. The verdict has now brought legal closure to a case that triggered nationwide outrage and protest. And how come it was like for 6 years? This happened 6 years ago. The horrific 2020 motorway attack. The crime took place on September 9th, 2020, on a Lahore Sialkot motorway. The woman, who was traveling with her three children, had stopped after running out of fuel. She remained inside her locked vehicle while waiting for assistance. However, in front of these people are monsters, or I don't. I call these monsters here who come here and insult me and say, "Oh, I can't imagine this." So they also stole cash, jewelry, and bank cards before fleeing the scene. Investigators later arrested the accused using mobile phone data and DNA evidence. Acha, acha, acha. He'll come as white. Don't put acha in the live chat, please. Which played a crucial role in securing their conviction. Acha, phone data and DNA evidence. So now no more four male witnesses required. The incident triggered widespread protests, with demonstrators demanding justice for the victim and strongly condemning comments made by the Punjab police officials that were widely viewed as shifting blame onto her. Yeah, sir. So they do shift the blame. This is our society in Pakistan. Oh my God, shifting the blame to her. Police officers. Protest Protesters also called for the removal of lead investigator Omar Sheikh after he suggested that our society does not permit women to be out late at night alone. Ooh, a remark that sparked public outrage, thank God. So you see how important this public outrage. We're not gonna live in sit in silence. Heart song. We're not gonna live in fear. And you see how important this social media can be. Trial, conviction, and appeals. Why should I use it? Facilitate. In 2021, an anti terrorism court sentenced both men to death after finding them guilty of gang rape, kidnapping, robbery, and terrorism related offenses. Not only just. So the convicts later challenged the verdict in the Lahore High Court, arguing procedural gaps and contesting the trial court's interpretation of evidence. However, the appellate court dismissed all arguments and upheld the original punishment, reinforcing the severity of the crimes committed. So I hope what UKMP reads horrific. Oh, the grooming gang testimonies in Parliament. Yeah, I've shared this on Facebook, the video on YouTube on this. Was raped by 600. Just this is beyond me. Okay, so when the Pakistan ex-Muslims on YouTube did this. So yeah, I have to go now. Thank you so much for your time.